Hello everyone, welcome back to another election prediction video. This time we have President Joe Biden up against Governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis. Now DeSantis is just continually just falling apart his campaign. As of right now, he's underperforming Trump by quite a bit in the general election polling, even against Biden. We see that Biden only leads by like 1% against Trump in the polls, while Biden's actually leading DeSantis by 4% in the polls. So again, DeSantis has pretty much made it pretty clear that he's a worse candidate than Donald Trump at this point. But let's see how he does on the Electoral College. Would he do slightly better than Trump? Because again, the Electoral College, it's not perfectly accurate to the popular vote, so there could be some differences here. Okay, let's get started. So Colorado, again, will probably be safe Democratic. Same with New Mexico and Virginia. Actually, I'm going to change Virginia. I think it'll go down to likely if it's DeSantis. I think, again, the Sun Belt region and the southern states, those are the only states that DeSantis could outperform Donald Trump, and probably with Virginia, I could see it just being like, I'll vote for, or I could see some center-right voters be like, I'll vote for any other Republican as long as it isn't Trump, even DeSantis, even though DeSantis is more right-wing than Donald Trump. In the state of Alaska, I see DeSantis underperforming Trump as well. Same with Iowa and Ohio. I just don't see Trump, or I don't see a lot of, I don't see DeSantis getting the right margins with the populist voters here, considering how right wing he is. That might alienate quite a few of them, and I could see some Trump voters not being willing to vote for DeSantis for president, honestly. The state of Florida, I'm actually changing from safe Republican to likely Republican. Yeah, I mean, at this point, DeSantis' campaign, it's in a free fall. He's going to be underperforming in a lot more states than he used to. Even Florida, which used to be a safe Republican stronghold in the Biden matchup, DeSantis only wins Florida by 9 points in this prediction instead of the used to 12-point margin. I just think he'll definitely lose a bit of independent voters here in Florida, just judging by how his campaign is kind of falling apart. So in Maine at large, it's just safe blue. I don't see DeSantis having a real shot there, but he still will carry Maine second, just by a smaller margin of like 3% or 2%. 2.5, we'll put it as a roundup. So again, he underperforms Trump in Maine second for sure. In New Hampshire, again, he probably just does about the same as Trump. He's very socially conservative, just like him. So again, New Hampshire will probably definitely go against him. Same with Nebraska second and Maine. I just don't see DeSantis's policies really appealing to more socially liberal voters here in both of those states and district. Okay, we'll start off with the southern states. So the state of Texas, I think he'll definitely underperform Trump from 2020. Again, I think if it's Trump or DeSantis, Texas is probably going to be lean Republican at this point, just because of DeSantis. Again, he's just doing worse than he was like a month ago. He's definitely underperforming in the polls. He's constantly underperforming Trump in general election polling. If we were to factor in incumbency advantage, Biden could beat DeSantis by like 6 or 7 points even. Probably by 6, because again, there's like 17% undecideds in there. So again, some Trump voters may be like, I don't want to say I'll answer DeSantis here, but I think they probably will. So Biden would probably beat DeSantis by like, I think like 5.5%, maybe 6%, if we're being accurate here, because I can see some Trump voters not wanting to vote for DeSantis in a supposed hypothetical election poll because they just really don't want to give him any credit that he would be better than Trump here, and he probably wouldn't be better than Trump in electorally or in the popular vote either. So Biden beats Trump here by or Biden beats Trump in 2024 by 4%, I said before. And with DeSantis, it would probably be 5.5 or 6. I could see him definitely underperforming Trump by that much. And that would definitely shift Texas to lean Republican. Okay, let's go into the next few states. So Arizona and Nevada, these are two states I could see DeSantis maybe doing a bit better, especially in Arizona, because I do think they would definitely consider voting for another candidate who just isn't Trump. But again, DeSantis is just so right-wing on the policies here that I think independents would probably go Biden's way. And Nevada, DeSantis is definitely definitely anti-abortion here. Very pro-life candidate. That just wouldn't really work for Nevada. So we need to see Nevada being more Democratic than Arizona here, which typically Arizona's more Democratic than Nevada predictions. But it just depends on the candidates, really. But for not how anti-abortion DeSantis is in Nevada, I just see him underperforming there by quite a bit. Okay. In North Carolina and Georgia, I still think DeSantis wins North Carolina, but again, black voters will definitely come out in force against DeSantis. We already see this at some campaign stops. Just black voters start protesting in DeSantis against him. But for Georgia, even with high black turnout, we could see just DeSantis do marginally better with reluctant Republicans who didn't vote in 2020 or voted for Biden narrowly because they just dislike Trump personally. Again, it's really tough to just say who would win in Georgia in a DeSantis v. Biden matchup, but just judging that Biden's probably up by 5.5% or 6% against DeSantis in the popular vote with incumbency advantage factored in, I think Georgia would probably narrowly go against DeSantis here, but he would definitely be slightly better than Trump to maybe take Georgia. Okay, now we have these last three states here: Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. Again, I just think DeSantis would drop the ball in these states. He's not a populist candidate at all. He'll definitely lose those populist voters that Trump could turn out. And again, I just don't think he'll do that well in Michigan, especially with the Democratic trifecta. I think Biden would win Michigan by 5 points. He would probably win Pennsylvania by about 2.5% against DeSantis. And he'd probably win Wisconsin by about 1 to 1.5% against Ron DeSantis. So, again, I just don't think DeSantis could do as well with the independent voters here because, again, he's more right-wing than Donald Trump. And these states do not like electing pretty far right-wing candidates just to begin with. In 2016, Trump ran as a more populist / moderate Republican, and then in 2020, he just focused on populism instead of appealing as a moderate because he knew that wouldn't work anymore just with the way he governed in office. But again, with DeSantis as a candidate, I really don't think he would be able to do that well in the Rust Belt. I mean, his best way of winning is going through Georgia, Arizona, Nevada, and I don't know what other state he needs to flip. Wisconsin? That's his only way of winning. Let me just fix all these states. So again, DeSantis is very much struggling in the primary, and he'll probably struggle in the general election just based on how behind Trump he is in a Biden v. DeSantis matchup. He's underperforming Trump by 3% in those hypothetical 2024 election polls. So again, I think DeSantis is definitely falling apart his campaign. It's quite a decline from when he used to win predictions like this a few months ago. But we'll see you guys in the next video. Please let me know what you think of this video in the comments below, and I would highly recommend subscribing to the channel, especially if you enjoyed this video. But thanks for watching.